All right, guys, we got Sylvester Morris on the line. Sly Mo, welcome to the Outsiders Podcast. You're on with Clint Noah. We really appreciate you being on today, man. How's it going?
Great, man. Thanks for having me.
Oh, absolutely. And, we saw you were just posting on Facebook about the Chiefs. Big win yesterday against the New Orleans Saints. You're down in Louisiana. How did this happen? How did the Chiefs win this game after starting 0-2?
Well, they kept what they believed, what their philosophy was. They got Charles the ball, and it take a little while coming off a knee injury. I should know that it take a little while to get your feet back under you, and it took him 3 games, and he looked great yesterday.
Yeah, absolutely. And going back to the start of your career, of course, you were for the first-round pick, 21st overall by the Chiefs in 2000. Talk about what it was like being at a small school like Jackson State and transitioning into the NFL and being a first-round pick, and just talk about how the draft day experience was for you.
Oh, it was awesome, man. I remember it like yesterday. I stayed pretty much at home with my family. I got the call from the Chiefs, and they stayed on the phone with me. They didn't want the Raiders to get me because they thought the Raiders was going to try and get me. So they stayed on the phone and told me don't click over. It was very fun. It was funny, though. But coming from a small school, it's a big difference, just the level of competition day in and day out. You have to bring your A game all the time.
Well, I remember a game against the Chargers. You scored 3 touchdowns, dominate that day. Can you just talk about that game, what you saw, and how you were able to dominate?
Oh, well, it was my first start in Arrowhead, and we all were kidding around about who was going to score first that day, and I really wanted to do it, and they called my number early. My first start, first game in Arrowhead, and I was able to get in the end zone the first time. And after that, it seemed like every other catch I was in the end zone, so it was awesome, man.
Unfortunately, you had some knee injuries, shortened your career, devastating for you and all the Chiefs fans out there. We were looking for big things. Can you talk about that and just kind of what you went through?
Oh, yeah, well, the first time I tore my ACL, my LCL, and my meniscus. It was generally a 14-month rehab. I tried to come back my second year, but it was too soon, so I ended up going on IR again. Then the following year, I tried to come back, and I tore the labrum in my hip. So once that happened, Dick Vermeil told me it wasn't that I couldn't play, it just can't stay healthy.
And I'll tell you what, that unfortunate how injuries go in the NFL, but talk about, how it's different today. I mean, you see guys Adrian Peterson, you talk about Jamal Charles trying to come back from these injuries after even less than a year. I mean, how is that even possible? Talk about that and just how are these guys able to do that?
Well, technology advances every year, and the way things are going, and doctors and new technology they're able to make these cuts and get you back rehabbing fast and get you back on the field faster. The less atrophy your muscles have, the faster you'll be able to come back.
Of course, being down in the around the Saints. I mean, what are the thoughts and concerns with the Saints right now? Drew Brees, of course, 0-3. Sean Payton suspended with the bounty scandal. What's going on with those Saints?
Well, Sean Payton can't make their defense tackle. The offense putting up points, but when you give up 230 yards rushing, you can't win many games like that.
No, absolutely not. And it's, surely it's a team that'll get back on track. But, what else are you seeing in the NFL this year that surprised you? I mean, you've got the Arizona Cardinals 3-0. The Patriots are 1-2 out of the gate. But is there anything else that you've seen? And maybe talk about the replacement refs. They seem to be getting a lot of heat as well.
Oh, yeah, I think they need to get a rush to break, man. Everybody makes mistakes. The regular refs miss calls just like those do. They're getting better. But the surprise to me has to be the Arizona Cardinals right there. For Kevin Kyle to look the way he looked the past 2 years and to come out now, look like he can't miss. It's amazing. They always play good defense, so now they got somebody to get the ball to all them weapons they got. They're going to be tough to beat.
What was it like playing with some of the great players you played with? I mean, Tony Gonzalez, for example. I mean, in 2000, I mean, he was still there. What did you think about that?
Oh, I thought it was awesome, man. You get to learn there some of the best ever. I was fortunate to play with Will Shields. Tim Grunhall was still there. Kimball
before you were came to Kansas City, it was a big controversy between Elvis Grbac and Rich Gannon as to who should be the starter. Elvis Grbac ultimately won out and was the starter in Kansas City for a few more seasons. Talk about what it was like, playing with Elvis Grbac. Did you feel like he was a quarterback that could get you guys to the next level?
Oh yeah, I supported Elvis 100%. I came in as a rookie. Didn't have the advantage of saying who did what, so I was just trying to learn the offense, and whoever threw me the ball, it didn't matter. I wanted to try and make as many plays as I could.
Oh, and we appreciate it, man. I'll tell you what, we're about out of time here on the Outsiders podcast. We can't thank you enough for being on, man. It's great to reminisce with you. We always still think about you and what could have been, man. You came in here, gave it your all, and we appreciate it. We definitely look forward to having you on again.
All right, thank you guys, no problem.
All right, that's Sly Mo, guys. Thanks a lot.
Go Chiefs.
That's right.